I hope we have what you need. Always glad.
Hi there.
I hope you see something you need.
Bye now. Bye.
Those folks in Thieves Landing have been sniffing around here again.
I heard that too. John's been running for governor of New Austin. I ain't never heard of it.
Another satisfied customer.
I believe the new Spalding's catalog will be out soon. I love it under things. They're supportive.
You don't say.
That big mountain lion
That'll be
down by
all.
the river
Thanks.
killed another family last night.
There are wagons that fly like birds. I hear that West Dickens elixir can cure all illness.
Follow Charlie. He's a good one to sniff out trouble. Stay close to Charlie. Let's go, giddy up! What have you got? Get out of this town and stay out! That's it. Good dog. To the victor, the spoils.
Thank you kindly.
Mr. Marston, I've been hearing about your plans.
Have you, Miss McFarland?
Yes, from Lee Johnson, to settle here and build a life for yourself.
I'm afraid those aren't my plans. See, I already have a life. Well, I had one, and I'm trying to reclaim it. Or maybe what you could say is I had two, and I'm trying to end one of them so the other can survive.
You do so love to talk in riddles, Mr. Marston. Do you do that, I wonder, as a substitute for having anything interesting to say?
Probably, Miss McFarland.
Oh, call me Bonnie, you fool. Call me Bonnie.
Miss McFarland, I'm married. I have a son. I had a daughter, but she died. Years before that, I rode in a gang. We robbed banks, trains, held people ransom. We killed people we didn't like. Bill Williamson was in that gang. Now, if I don't capture my former brother in arms, great harm will befall my family. Now, I don't suppose any of this is very interesting to you, but I hope it explains why I wasn't so eager to talk about it.
No, I do understand. I had no idea. You poor man.
Even in this new country, memories don't really fade. My father was an illiterate Scot born on the boat into New York. He never saw his homeland, but to hear him talk about it, you'd imagine he only ever ate haggis and wore a kilt. And he hated the English for what they had done to his great-grandparents that he'd never met. People don't forget. Nothing gets forgiven.
That's true, especially when it comes to money. And you know, even now, after all his labors, my father's debts are still terrible. I worry every day about us losing the ranch. It would kill him.
My father died when I was 8 years old. His eyes were, well, let's just say he was blinded in a bar fight south of Chicago. My mother died during childbirth. She was a prostitute, and he was her, well, I don't know what he was. So I was sent off to an orphanage and ran away and fell in with a gang.
My word. What a difficult life you've lived.
The leader of the gang taught me how to read, taught me how to see all that was good in the world. He was a great man in a way.
But you killed people.
Sure, but I've suffered for it. And that's the life I left, or tried to leave. Said too much, Bonnie. I'm an uneducated killer, sent here to do all I can do well. Kill a man in cold blood so that another man may do his part to cut crime in an area, and a rich man can be elected governor on the back of these promises.
Civilization is a truly beautiful thing, Mr. Marston. Listen, can you help me?
Well, I can try. What do you need, money?
No, nothing so complicated. I need an extra hand to take out the herd to pasture.
Sure. Point me in the right direction.
Over to the cow pen. It's about time a budding farmer such as yourself learned how to herd cattle. Thank you for telling me all that back there. It must have been hard for you.
Hope you understand now why I've been playing my cards somewhat close to my chest.
I didn't know you had a wife and child. Then again, I don't think I ever asked. They're lucky to have a man like you.
I ain't so sure about that. But thank you.
Good to see you, Miss McFarland.
Hey, partner.
Whoa there!
That's it! Stay behind them, Mr. Marston. Nice job, Mr. Come on!
Herd the cows down the road. Pretend you know what you're doing.
Whoa!
He's just showing
Nice
off
of you to
now.
join me. Good. Now we need to move this entire herd out to the far pasture for grazing. Squeeze back and forth behind them. Keep them nice and tight.
Move!
Seal it down.
Come on!
Seal it down, Mr. Marston. Keep it moving.
Move! Let's go! Let's move here, my four-legged friends! Let's go! Get a move on!
You're not bad with the herd. Ranching might be your true calling, Mr. Marston. Either that or you were a cow in a past life.
Thank you, Miss McFarland.
I'll see you later. I have work to do back at the ranch.
Come on, Annabelle.
Come on! Easy. Yeah!
You got Johnny Law on you now. Hey.
Well, hello, Mr. Marston. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Did you meet my father? John Marston, this is my father, Drew McFarland.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Marston. Please. So, my daughter informs me that you're here on some secret mission to remove some undesirables from the county.
Something like that. I'm grateful for the hospitality, sir.
Well, you know, we've lived here for 30 years now. Came here from the east. The land had never been settled. For 10 years, we fought the Indians. Tough men. Then we had outlaws, and we had drought, and we had smallpox, terrible winters, cholera. I buried more of my children than I raised.
Sorry to hear that, sir.
I've seen strong men wither and die under that unforgiving sun. that whole herds of cattle take sick and die. But I've never once doubted my life here.
No, sir.
When I hear about this so-called federal government sending out agents to covertly murder and control people, then I start to worry. I mean, yeah, all right, Williamson is a menace, and men like him are the plague. But isn't a government agent a worse menace? And all that symbolizes, I mean.
You may be right, sir.
Well, you're a brave man. You're always going to be welcome here. But you tell your friends out east that we don't want to live like that out here. Sneaking around and spying and secret missions. Huh? It's preposterous.
Trust me, sir. I agree with you.
Good. Good. Well, we won't insult you any further. Come on, Bonnie, we got things to do.
Mr. Marston, do you want to join us? It's Daddy's favorite pastime. Apart from political discourse, that is.
What is?
Breaking in horses. Come on. I hear you're a pretty decent rider. For a city dweller, that is.
You're gonna need this, Mr. Marston. Right, now you got some rope on your belt. Let's see if we can't wrangle some horses. Whoa there! The world keeps turning. Time to get busy.
You sure have some interesting theories on what the government's doing, sir.
They ain't theories, Mr. Marston. I saw the telegram Marshall got from Blackwater. It ain't exactly a state secret and sent you.
Well, is he wrong? I saw those men from the train.
The government can go to hell if you ask me. Those sons of bitches would steal a coin off a dead man's eyes.
Mr. Marston!
He's right. Now, I don't know much about politics,
Please, Paul, can we just enjoy
but I
the
know
ride?
we're only as free as they say we are. Power's like a drink. The more you have, the more you want. And there's few men who can handle it.
There's certain things in this country a woman could do much better, if you ask me.
I ain't gonna argue with that, Miss McFarland.
There they are! Beauties! Come on, Mr. Marston!
Rope one of them for me, Marston!
Easy now.
Come on!
Come on, don't be afraid of
Stay
that.
calm!
That's it. Keep a hold of him now. Giving him too much rope to play with. Keep at it, Marston.
Go! Whoa, whoa!
Keep him steady!
That's it. Take it slow now.
Hold me down!
Keep at it, Mr.
Come on,
Breathe in.
let's go.
Easy now. You're doing... Yeah!
Come on in, cowboy.
Easy!
That's it! Don't
Come on
give
Hey,
up!
now.
boy.
Try not to spook him too much! You'll have them in no time!
Good work. I'm impressed, Marston. Mount up, Marston. You leave this one to me. Old timer like me, I'll take this one back to the ranch. See you later.
Come on, Mr. Marston! Let's rope another one!
I'm in trouble here. I got you now. Calm down now. Almost got you. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, nearly got you. Let's go. I like your father.
I'm glad. He's quite a character.
You have a good life here. The life I want. For me and my family, I mean.
We don't have a lot anymore.
You have enough. It's one that gets so many folks in trouble.
It'll sap your spirit and make you poor. But it's straight, and it's decent.
There's no better night's sleep than after an honest day's work.
It's no wonder you look so tired then.
Some deck must be shy of Joker, Miss McFarland.
Who'd have thought you'd be such a natural at busting Broncos?
That was fun.
I think you can be a fine rancher one day. If you can bear to stop killing people for a living.
Sure.
Well done, Mr. Marston. These are fine horses.
Hey, Bonnie. Amos was saying some horses been spotted somewhere outside of Armadillo.
Let's go, Mr. Marston. We can really do with those horses.